Federal authorities are investigating what's been described as the largest memorabilia heist in sports history after millions of dollars worth of Miami Heat memorabilia, including game-worn finals jerseys, was stolen from inside the Casilla Center. NBA analyst Amin El-Hassan reported that several millions of dollars worth of authenticated, game-worn Miami Heat gear, including NBA finals jerseys, was stolen from a storage room inside the Casilla Center and sold. This person was taking them and selling them, said El-Hassan. El-Hassan shared the report on the Dan Le Batard show, saying the operation went on for at least 18 months, stealing the authentic gear and selling it for millions in profits. One of the largest, if not the largest, memorabilia heists in the history of this country, said El-Hassan. The sale of ill-gotten memorabilia. A federal investigation into the theft has begun looking into how someone did this. What red-flagged it within the memorabilia community is, you never see people with this much stuff, said El-Hassan. Travis Nichols runs the Collectors Club in Wynwood and told 7 News just one game-worn NBA Finals jersey could sell for hundreds of thousands of dollars. It was crazy, obviously. It's a huge, huge thing to break, but at this point, I'm shocked it took this long for something that big to happen, said Nichols. Memorabilia is moved into the asset class by a lot of financial institutions. It's about time people start realizing that this stuff has money to it. El-Hassan suggested that the person inside the Heat organization had access to the franchise's storage and may have gotten help from someone with ties to the NBA and a Miami police officer. 7 News reached out to Miami Police Chief Manny Morales, who provided a statement saying the department has no comment on the ongoing investigation. That is an FBI investigation. At this time, we are unable to comment. The Heat organization also said they could not provide a comment at this time. Some of the items reportedly stolen were tied to the biggest names in the franchise's history, including LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, and others. Any day now, the feds are going to announce, this thing is happening, said El-Hassan. It's unclear what exact legal ramifications could occur as a result from the investigation at this time. Despite piecing together a widely heralded offseason, the Miami Heat still don't have a conventional floor general to run the offense, or a ton of established veterans on the perimeter who can effectively generate their own shots. They have Tyler Herro, Norman Powell, and a bunch of question marks. This is considered a potentially fatal flaw for Miami's system. The lack of perimeter offensive creation certainly was last season. And yet, this time around, the Heat's offensive makeup might be a feature rather than a bug. Because thanks to the off-ball utility of both Herro and Powell, the stage is set for Miami to get fate-shifting breakouts from Pelle Larsson and Kasparas Giacchionis. Herro and Powell deserve more credit for their versatility. Higher-profile scorers almost always like to operate on ball. Herro and Powell aren't exceptions. Even as Herro has reworked his shot profile, he still likes to cook off the dribble and either get to his mid-range jumper or launch a self-created 3. Powell has the type of 0-60 thrust that he parlays into admirable rim pressure for a guard his size. Still, the appeal of both is that they don't need to have the ball and that they're a brilliant brew of effective and totally cool with it when they do not. This applies even to their performances last season, when they ferried larger on-ball workloads than ever. Herro ranked in the 63rd percentile of catch-and-shoot threes taken per 75 possessions for the 2024-25 campaign and was in the 97th percentile of efficiency on those attempts, according to B-Ball Index. Powell placed in the 58th percentile of catch-and-shoot three-point volume per 75 possessions, which is the lowest finish of his career. His efficiency on those looks settled into the 99th percentile. There is no overstating the value of this offensive usage, especially when you consider that, in all likelihood, Herro and Powell will be the Heat's 2 leading scorers next season. Larsson and Giacchionis should get plenty of on-ball reps. Right now, both Larsson and Giacchionis are more comfortable as creators than complementary options. That could be problematic for a team looking to make the playoffs. The Heat don't have to worry about it. Larsson's Summer League performances highlighted a handful of flaws, but they also accentuated his greatest strengths, a knack for getting downhill and to the rim, the ability to put defenders on his back hip and uncork runners, and a penchant for creating contact that earns him trips to the charity stripe. He averaged a shy Gilgeous-Alexandrian 9 free throw attempts per game for the Summer Heat. For his part, Jakushionis is at home running the offense as an oversized point guard. The turnover issues were front and center in Summer League and aren't going anywhere. But his live-dribble vision is admirable, and he has the chops to generate separation on his from-scratch jumpers. Playing beside bigs who actually catch the ball will work wonders for both younglings. More critically, though, they will get to operate inside a spacing environment with at least 2 knockdown weapons, potentially 3, if Simone Fontecchio has a bounce-back year, who will part the defense simply by virtue of standing on the court. And when either Harrow or Powell is in motion, forget about it. Optimizing development is a paramount for every team. It's especially pivotal to the Heat as they hold out for their next big-time acquisition. Nothing is guaranteed, but the degree to which Harrow and Howell can lift up Jakushionis and Larson may mean Miami has 2 youngsters ready to absolutely pop by the end of next season. The Miami Heat may be in the market to add to their slowly developing unit. Chicago Bulls center Nikola Vucevic has been floated in league conversations after reportedly being viewed as an unattractive option, opening the door for a possible buyout rather than an actual trade. There hasn't been much of a market for Nikola Vucevic dating back to the last trade deadline, NBA insider Jake Fisher said on a Bleacher Report live stream. I think at this juncture, we're probably more likely to see a Nikola Vucevic buyout mid-season than we are to see a trade. The Heat could use Vucevic in their starting lineup, as he's still a solid scorer even at age 34. He averaged 18.5 points last season, shooting 53% from the field and 40.2% from three-point range. Vucevic could help boost the Heat's offensive unit, one of the worst among postseason contenders. Pairing him beside Bam Adebayo would finally give them a true center and slide Adebayo to the 4. This not only gives Miami multiple high-level scorers in the starting lineup, but allows Adebayo to hone in on his defensive tasks. Vucevic is still a double-double machine who can consistently get buckets in the paint and on the perimeter. He is also a reliable option, having played at least 70 games in each of the last 5 seasons.